In this lab, we'll use Excel's AUTOSUM button. Now, what is AUTOSUM button? The AUTOSUM feature makes it very easy to total rows and columns using the sum worksheet function. There is a special command button on the standard toolbar that will allow you to insert these sum functions very quickly. So, in other words, we'll be totaling the rent, phone, cars, miscellaneous amount using the AUTOSUM button. Let's get started. Put your cursor in B8 and delete, or you can select May, June and the grand total and press Ctrl on your keyboard, and also select 7, 6 and 5 rows on E. So you are going to delete the entire total for this workbook. I'm just going to press delete button on my keyboard. I think the phones were not included. I'm just going to do it manually. Delete phones total as well. The percentage comes as the error message, but that's fine, and that will come back once we enter the proper numbers. To use the AUTOSUM button, you put your cursor in the space where you need the AUTOSUM, and go to Formulas and AUTOSUM. Click on AUTOSUM. AUTOSUM automatically add it up. Your total will appear after the selected cell. Click on that. Excel automatically selects B4 to B7, B4 to B7, and enter. 810. Let's do this by selecting these two cells together. So select C and D, column C and D, C8 and D8, and press AUTOSUM button on the top. 825, 847. Now let's put our cursor in the phones, because we want to have the total for April, May and June for the phones. And for this one, I'm going to go to another button. It's the same button but located at different locations. So usually by default, most of the time you'll be using this button. You go to the home button and there is AUTOSUM button here. Click on AUTOSUM, B4 to D4, click enter. Similar, E5, put your cursor, click on AUTOSUM and click enter. So now you have a 252. This is 600, 200, 200, 200 each. The normal thinking will Excel will understand that you want to do the calculation for the rent. So let's put your cursor in E6 and let's click AUTOSUM button. Here is a problem. Excel thinks that you want to have the sum for E4 and E5, which is the above, which is the above for this function. We don't want this one. We are looking at the one on the row here. So in order to correct this, you will select this 3 and enter. 500, 500, 500, 1500 seems to be okay. Similarly, I'm going to do the AUTOSUM for this. Select this and click enter. Put your cursor in the last total and AUTOSUM E4 to E7, which seems to be okay. Click OK. 2482, which comes to the same as before. So this is how you can use AUTOSUM button either from the home and AUTOSUM, or you can go to Formulas and AUTOSUM button. Now if you click on the AUTOSUM button here, there are not only sum button, but there is average, count numbers, max, min, and there are more functions as well. For example, I'm going to delete this B12. I deleted the April 2020 minimum amount, which is $30, and go to your AUTOSUM button, click on min. Click enter. It comes basically with the same amount. Now if you want to change any cells or anything, you can also manually change it. For example, I'm going to delete the 40. AUTOSUM min and it says here B12, which we don't require B12. We require minimum amount from this. For May, click enter, which gives the $40. So in some cases you will need to eyeball your functions which cells the Excel is taking up and change it necessary.